Foxborough Rush, it is overreaction time on a Monday because, what else would you do on a Monday during the NFL season? Travis Thomas, Jade McCarthy coming at you with these. All right, we mentioned it. Drake Maye. The MVP race is between Drake Maye and Baker Mayfield. Overreaction or no?
No, it's not an overreaction. We're not saying he's going to win it. But if he keeps playing the way he does and this team keeps winning, we've showed that beautiful graphic earlier in the show of the AFC. Jade, if the Patriots can mess around and get home field, they're either a 1 or 2 seed. Yeah, I think you have to have a legitimate Drake Maye MVP conversation. In the end, I don't know if he wins it. I don't know if it matters. I tell you what. One bet I would make, I don't know if I'd bet Drake MVP. I would bet Mike Vrabel Coach of the Year. I would absolutely make that bet yesterday. Like, I just think, you start talking about the best coaches in this league, and the best coach doesn't always win the award. We understand that. It matters about the kind of year you have. But Mike Vrabel is both. Mike Vrabel is one of the best coaches in the league, okay, A. And B, his team is having the kind of season that would garner and would be deserving of a head coach of the year. I think Vrabel could absolutely win that award. Drake could win MVP, but I feel a little more confident in Vrabes winning Coach of the Year.
Yeah, would be the second time for him to win Coach of the Year. If Mike Vrabel went on to win it in Tennessee, they're just like,
that's right. I know.
Yeah. Dysfunction. Yeah. Dysfunction is the word when it comes to the Tennessee Titans. Look, I mean, in terms of the MVP race, Drake is absolutely in it. Baker's in it. Dak is in it. I mean, come on. Like, he is just playing lights out for the Cowboys, right? Like 3+ touchdowns, no interceptions in his last 4 games. And then, I mean, Pat Mahomes, like you got to put him in there at this point in time. I think it's an overreaction that it's between Drake and Baker, but are they both in it? Yes, 100%. They are. New England will win every remaining game on the schedule. I'm going to go overreaction. Come on. Like, that's just, I know we're rattling off wins here, but I don't, to be totally candid with you, I don't even know if they would want to go out there and win every single game. Like, you want reasons to go back and improve. And I know that they're going to do that off of a win. But I just think it's like, come on, like, temper the expectations here. We're not about finishing the season with, whatever it would be, 14 straight wins, right? I mean,
listen,
look, it's nice, but come on.
Jade, what would the dynasty do? I mean, what would Tom and them boys do?
Oh, I'm not saying they don't want to, like they wouldn't do it. I'm just saying that the expectation is not to go out there, I don't think, and sit there and say, we need to win every single game.
I would know this. I know this. If we're calling them Dynasty 2.0, Jade, I know Tom would go out there. When I say this schedule, all I'm saying is the OG Dynasty would have handled business. Browns at home, Falcons at home. You go to Tampa. I'll give you that. You go to Tampa. Jets at home. You go to Cincy. I don't think Burrow's back by then. Giants at home, bye week. Buffalo, but you get them at home. You go to Baltimore. Lamar's back by then. We'll see. The Jets are in football hell. You're going to beat them. And Miami's in football hell. It's not crazy to think they don't lose another game. I just wouldn't bet on it. But it's not crazy. If we're calling them Dynasty 2.0, Jade, then they went out the rest of the year. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm just saying it's like, rein it in a little bit. Let's just not let's not throw expectations all the way up with the dynasty that was today. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. Justin Fields, man, those Jets are bad. I'm sorry, but
football hell.
He should not play another snap. Overreaction or no?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he could be a backup quarterback in this league. I think the days of him as a starter are kaput. And I feel bad because I thought he got sort of a unfair shake in Pittsburgh. I thought he was actually playing pretty well for the Steelers, and then they went to Russell Wilson because he was healthy. and we know the rest of that story. But I thought that was Justin Fields' chance to maybe like kind of be a reclamation project in his career. And then I thought for sure, I don't know what the hell I did this for, but I bet on the Jets over their win total, and that was pure ignorance on my part. Just el stupido, because they're the Jets, and I should have known better. So here we go again, another failed head coach and another failed quarterback reclamation project. Justin Fields should be a backup in this league. That is it.
I think what's hard is that, like, this was probably his final chance to go out there. And look, I mean, never say final, okay? Because we've seen it too many times, right?
Yeah.
But the thought was that this was sort of his last best chance to go be a starter in the league. But quite honestly, like, they didn't look any better with Tyrod Taylor out there after they pulled Fields yesterday either. So I get it, like, final best chance, but gosh, he's on a team that like can't even do anything well right now. So that's just tough. Kansas City will win the Super Bowl.
I mean, this is tough to go against. Obviously, the way Mahomes looks right now, we've seen them in the Super Bowl forever and ever. Amen. It wouldn't shock me if they're there, and if they're there, they got a chance to win it. Of course, I just happen to look at the field. I'm taking the field. You know, if it's Chiefs or the field, I'm taking the field. I just think you have more choices. I like the Buccaneers. I like the Packers. I like some of these teams. I don't believe in the Colts. I think the Patriots are a little too ahead of schedule. But any of these kind of teams in the AFC maybe could knock them off. Maybe it's a Bronco who's used to them in their division. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs do win it all. But I personally would rather bet the field. I just would take one of those other teams to do it.
Yeah, I did think I saw this number. I think it was reading Bill Barnwell's piece on ESPN. And since week 4, they have scored, if you take out garbage time, they have scored on 56% of their possessions. And the league average is 26%. I mean, that's bananas.
Right. That is nuts.
Like 56% of their possessions. I agree with you. I mean, like, do I think it's an overreaction that they would win the Super Bowl? No. I don't think it's an overreaction. I just think that this is the Kansas City Chiefs you're talking about. They're in the middle of the dynasty. But do I think that means it's definitively theirs? No, I don't. I mean, I think that there's a lot of teams out there that could contend with them, and we'll say something about it. All right, let's go to the Carolina Panthers, who, you know, they got 2 backs now. You like Rico Dowdle over Chuba Hubbard, or do you like this tandem thing that they did yesterday?
I don't like this team. I don't like this question. Who gives a rat's patootie about the Panthers? Who cares? Play whoever you want at running back. What's Deshaun Foster doing now? I mean, honest to God, go get whoever you want. Christian McCaffrey, bring him back. It doesn't matter. That team sucks. Bryce Young's hurt again, and you can't beat the Buccaneers anyways. What difference does it make? Screw them.
Ouch. Sorry, Carolina Panthers fans. Now we know how Travis really feels.
I'm not. Are you there? Are you there, Carolina Panthers fans? Do you exist? Are there Panthers fans? Are there people who their day is made or break by the Panthers? I mean, come on over to the Patriots side of things. Things are great over here. Get off that stupid train you're on and come get on a winner, baby.
All right. I like the tandem approach, because I think they have 2 really good backs. But moving on, let's go to a team that I know you care about. Tua's time in Miami is over.
Yes. It should have never been extended. It should have been over a while ago. The last time he was concussed, it should have been over. But they signed this guy for all the money in the world, and I thought, well, that's dumb. And listen, Tua and McDaniel are going to be out of there. That GM, all of it. They're cleaning house. And good for the Patriots. I mean, honest to God, the Jets are in football hell. The Bills have been humbled by you. They have been put on notice that the Patriots are for real. And now the Dolphins can join the Jets in football hell. This is beautiful. God bless the Patriots and the AFC East. We are so bleeping back.
Look, things were bad in Miami to start the season. We sat here and talked about the blowout by the Indianapolis Colts. Things are not getting any better in Miami. And if you listen to Mike McDaniel, look, I mean, he kept saying he was going to go watch the tape, but he did not like what he saw from his quarterback yesterday. And if you listen to him and you read between the lines, it feels like he might be putting someone out there to play quarterback, not named Tua. Dallas has the best offense in the league. I mean, they can score. Woo,
They can. They're not. I don't know if they're the best offense in the league because they're a little too Dak dependent for me. There's no run game to speak of, although they ran the ball well yesterday against the Commanders. That defense looked atrocious. But look, in the end, I think this is more about Dak. I like CeeDee Lamb. I like George Pickens. But Dak came in. No one talks about this. Dak in the offseason, I watched this thing about it. That's how I know. But Dak came in like really lean. He had lost a lot of weight. He's in great shape, and I think it's made a big difference in his game. Dak looks amazing. He's a bona fide MVP candidate. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to win enough games for him to really win it. But this is about Dak, not the offense in totality. They don't have the best offense. They have one of the best and hottest quarterbacks playing right now. That's what it is.
The problem is like if you're Dallas, I mean – that's awesome. I'm glad we can score all these points and be in the conversation of one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah.
But gosh, your defense is like brutal. Oh, and you're sitting there going, well, to get where you really want to go, you got to be able to play offense, defense, and special teams. And that is not happening in Dallas. And that is a huge problem. All right. We talked about the Colts a little bit earlier and what they've done, of course. And you're still going, are you for real? You're not sure. But how about Jonathan Taylor? Best back in the National Football League.
Facts. Listen, this guy was one of the best last year. No one talked about him.
Yeah.
I've had him in fantasy for the last 2 years. Thank you, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, look, when he's healthy, I just don't even know what we're talking about. This guy's unbelievable, and he is carrying the Colts, not Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is playing well, but it is Jonathan Taylor. He is the alpha and the omega. I will say yes to this. He's the best in the league.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, come on. Like, he is just legit. And as long as they have him to pound the rock and to do what he's doing, I'm sorry. Like, this Colts team is going to be a team to contend with. It is that simple at this point in time. I mean, like I said, I mean, they've punted, I don't know, 10, 12 times on the season.
Crazy.
Come on.
That's
the season.
Insane.
That's insane. That's insane. And then you talk about being able to run the ball, run down clock. There's so many reasons that this could help them. Jonathan Taylor is it. He's up here right now when it comes to running backs in the National Football League. He's like Saquon last year in Philly.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough to remember Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Shout outs to him if he watches Foxborough Rush, wherever he is. Also, Jade, I want to get this one in. Matthew Stafford, first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. Yes, yes, and yes. The only thing missing from his resume that I think is still possible, I bet on them last year, I was wrong, but he's still in the mix here. I think he and McVay both, Jade, need one more Super Bowl to get into that, that next room. Brady's in that room. You can't even walk in that room without multiple rings. I think McVay needs one more, and I think Stafford needs one more. But Stafford still first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt, right now, today.
His numbers are ridiculous. Yeah, but yes. Do you need a little bit more hardware? Do you need a little bit more hardware to get in on the first ballot? First ballot. I'm not talking overall. So